Tom and Arlene Wright were instrumental in really growing the business in America, or developing the business. And there I was, the sort of rookie trying to flog off something and at the Frankfurt Book Fair. And they came by and said, we like those books, really. And, they were the first books. They were some read-togethers and things that I published for Shortland. And when I was at Shortland, I didn't know much about the American market. I'd only been there and been rejected. And so they came, by again and said, we'd like these books. And I said, oh, yeah, okay. And so then I came back to New Zealand newspapers and said, I think I've got a deal in America. They just laughed at me and said, don't be ridiculous. You can't sell to America. No one's selling anything to America. No one in Australia. No publishing house in Australia and New Zealand is selling into America for education. I said, I think we have. So they didn't have enough money to do the catalogue or anything, so I had to get a grant. It's the only time I ever got a grant. I've had a grant twice, I think. Only time I ever got a little grant from the government. So I went down to Wellington and convinced them that I could sell something to America. I think they gave me, $10,000 or something, or $12,000 or something. It was a small amount. And so I used that for my first brochure. And we did this brochure. We printed some books, just a few little books, and then we had a booth at the Anaheim Conference Centre. Don came with me. We dragged the books in. We stayed at the El Dorado Clip-On Motel. One of those motels where the cars, they've got these sort of blinds that you pull back, the window things, sort of like curtains. And the car's right there, like it's sort of, the car's right up there. These sort of they call them motels, but in America the motels aren't like our motels. They don't have a kitchen or anything else. They just have, you're lucky to be able to make a cup of coffee or something. I just ran the booth, telling people, this is what you do, this is how you run. Oh, look at that. That's a big book. Is that a big book? You know what I mean? And it was really quite an experience. And it was such a learning curve. And then I went on the road with them across America, selling books out the back of a car. Everyone who would listen, like in Wichita and place where you had to sign in. If you even wanted to drink, you had to sign in. America is an unusual country because it has the outback of America, very rural, lovely people, very rural, but very cowboy still, even today, even still. And then you have the big city, which is completely the opposite. So it's a country of very much high contrasts.